Okay. So, Mr. Nasim, how can a student find best book briefings useful?
Before you buy a book and or read a full book, you can just read 2-3 different summaries or briefings about the same the subject you want to learn or you want to study or whatever you want to write a paper. You can then decide which book will help you more. This is how students can use it. Actually, the most benefit people get from us that we surprise our clients only by the best books, because we have a research center, people who follow new trends in business. Always you will find you will be surprised that we cover topics just before others. You know, we are so agile and quick in just producing new ideas before everyone. Students and researchers, even professors and decision makers, always they will find every new ideas and new trends. Actually, we work as a kind of, especially in idara.com in Arabic. I know in Arabic we are little bit always behind, maybe if not a couple of years or 1 year, maybe a couple of months, 6 months. We are a little bit behind, but we do this in Arabic.
Yeah.
So today we will we will publish pandemic about before anyone else. Just that the problem started, we started buying books, summarizing them, and we have also specialized summary writers who are specialized in the topic. We give every book to someone who is specialized in the field, not to general translators or reviewers or journalists. We choose the right summarizer, if I may say, or the reviewer or writer or translator for the right book. This is what we do. So you always feel that it's professional content. So academics and students and researchers, they find this so useful because they are always they find state-of-the-art literature and content.
True. So how can best book briefings be useful for business owners?
Oh my God. I want to use something. It's not secret now, it is common. Usually a big corporation, when they used to bring top speakers, they go to our site, they read the books, then they choose the speakers from the authors who write the books we choose. So many speakers came to Dubai after, the leaders, top leaders in Dubai, in the government and public sector. They get to know about the authors and the thinkers from our content, from our site. Then they decide who. And I can name so many, speaker who came to Dubai after, the top decision makers in corporation and government read, good stuff about their ideas and about their, school of thinking, about practices outside. This happens almost all the time.
So if you are an author, it is very important for you to get gel with best book briefings and contact Mr. Nasim so that he is able to review, get your content reviewed, have you uplisted on best book briefings and increase your audience, plus your chances of becoming a better public speaker with more opportunities in the UAE, plus all over the world. This is something that even I did not know, and he has told me just now, and I feel so thrilled about it.
Thank you. Actually, also HR managers, training managers, and learning and development, and all professionals concerned about human capital, and investing in people. Also, they get new topics, new trends when they design their training plans every year. They find the new stuff in our, and also they use the language, they use the jargon, also the terminology, they use them in their training material, and some of them they distribute our summaries because they are subscribers and they have the license to use them in their training seminars and conferences. This is how they use them. And this is actually the most common, you know.
Yes.
So we consider Idara .com as a trend maker, you know, and pioneers. We always ahead of the curve, you know, ahead of the herd, you know, in finding what's new in the world and bring it into Arab readers.
Yeah. So I am a marketing. 1 minute. I am a marketing professional. So I found it very useful. But I want now Anas to tell us that how much of content is relevant to business sales, business development, and marketing on best book briefings, and how marketers, business developers, and business owners can make use of all that content to improve their services, their knowledge, and their relationship with their customers.
It's a very good question, of course. I just wanted to comment on the training part before and the business development and the HR managers quickly before I answer this question. So as a trainer, I use the website for 3 things. The first way I use it is if I need to prepare any content for any subject that I need to train, it's a very helpful, it's straight to the point, very short. So that's the first thing. During the training, you get asked a lot of business questions. And of course, it doesn't matter who you are. Sometimes you don't have the answers. So it's a very quick way for you to go and get some of those answers about people who are asking. And the final way is, after the training, I encourage people to subscribe on the same library or the same topic that we did the training on. So if I do the training on sales, there is a big sales library on the website. If it's about marketing, if it's about personal development, about psychology, all these topics are on the website. So I encourage people to continue the learning of the training through the website. To come back to your question, I believe whatever the sector is, as long as it's not fiction, it's there. So if you're a sales and marketing, there's a big library. If you're about psychology, there's a big library. Personal development, there's a big library. Even as a business owner, like this is actually one of the important why as a business owner you need to have this access to the website. There is always new trends happening. So when blockchain came up, again, we were the first to cover it. Now with the coronavirus, again, you see we're probably one of the first to write about it, to have an actual book who wrote about similar things. So I think just the fact that you are updated with everything that's happening around the world with business, I think this is amazing. And again, it's the time that you can get access to all this information in a very short time.
Okay.
Especially for startups also, Anas. Startups.
Yeah, the startups. How can, let me ask a very easy question that I think we were talking about this before we started as well. What should the startups expect from the current situation, and how they can benefit through reading in their survival prowess?
Again, with startups, there is actually a whole library about startup. Like one of the best books is about, or the best ways is lean startup. And there's a lot of subjects that's covered in the website for this. Again, you need to know what's going on in the world, especially in the business world. As a startup, there is so many things that can affect, like one decision just being updated. And of course, you can get a lot of information in social media, but what we are really proud about is we have the books about the people who know the best. It's not like you're just reading random information. You are reading specific authors who know they started their own businesses, or they developed, or they trained people who started their businesses. And there is a really big library, and Mr. Nasim can confirm the number of books that we have about startup. It's really amazing content. And again, especially with the new generations, not everybody's like have the time to read the full books. You can get the information in a very short time, and especially the audio. So imagine driving. Again, we're always looking forward into things opening up after, inshallah, a very short time. So being in the car, just listening to those audios and having your own playlist is really amazing as well.
Yes, true. It's a great feature.
Yes.
What?
I'm saying the audio part is a great feature for all listeners. They can use it anywhere. They can have their own playlist. They can enjoy as many books as they can. Since the subscription...
Actually, also, one of the comments I heard always from some of our readers that some managers, they learn Arabic, how to speak and write correctly, just reading our summaries or hearing them, because always they find the perfect Arabic. You know, you want to write something in the right style, you just start reading us, so you become a good writer. I mean, writing your emails or letters or reports or whatever. So managers, because especially new generation, I'm sorry to say that, but they are not really that good in Arabic. you know, so just starting reading our stuff, it's like reading something so recent, the most state of the art literature and ideas, but in perfect Arabic. So they start writing good Arabic. It's not Egyptian Arabic, it is not Khaliji Arabic, it's not Jordanian Arabic, it is not Sudanese or Moroccan Arabic. It is the classic Arabic, but simplified, you know, but they are always sure it is correct. This is very, very important. If you want to start writing very well in Arabic and speaking also as a speaker in meetings or seminars or whatever. So our content is really, it is the best. We don't allow any single mistakes usually, you know. When we find one mistake, we just go and correct and publish a new copy of the summary again. So we have it always, no single mistakes, Arabic mistake, grammar wise, style wise, punctuation, everything. We are so, I mean, obsessed about this, you know, want our Arabic to be the best Arabic. Because now on YouTube, you hear there are so many, I mean, channels who, I mean, talk about summaries of book summaries, but it's mostly in local slangs, you know. It is not the right Arabic if you want to be really a professional. We try to maintain this, and we cooperated with so many organizations in Dubai, with Dubai government, who have, I mean, some program or prices for Arabic to, I mean, encourage people to come to write to read the right stuff, not any stuff.
Okay, great. So before we started the recording, we were talking about the mistakes that societies make during a pandemic. And Mr. Nasim was advising me to read a few books to educate myself so that I understand how societies behave when they are in a crisis like the present times. So let's talk about that and know a few points from him, because
once this pandemic started, we added a new library to idara.com. It's called Health and Happiness, you know, Health and Happiness. It's about health and happiness. We summarize so many books so far on this particular topic. We have lifespan, how people, how many years, I mean, the ideal longevity, you know, for people to live, what, 80 years, 90 years, and 100 years, what's the best for people to live. And we found that lifespan is about, we should not really struggle and fight too much to live, you know, to live over 100 or 90. That's not good for us, not good for the society. We will not be that happy as we think. Also, why we sleep, there is another book, we just don't do one sleep, and how sleeping, good sleeping, enough sleeping would give us immunity. And today we just published pandemic. Next week or 2 weeks from now, we will publish spillover. So we will cover this topic from all aspects, you know, so we can really help our readers, you know, get educated, and it's the right stuff. It's not blah blah, and everybody is talking about, you know, the best way to behave. This is something, you know, we only summarize for this particular topic about the pandemic. We summarize researched books, but yes. I mean, yeah, researched books, not just any stuff. And one of this book about the history of human behavior during pandemics, what people used to do and what we can do and we should do or we must do, I mean, during this crisis. After reading the summary, I'm really relaxed and happy, and became more optimistic that we will control it inshallah soon.
Yeah,
Inshallah.
All right. Thank you so much. Is there any advice you would like to give to the audience today before we close?
The best advice today is just to stay home and just do all your business online like this and try to.
Yes. Yes. Nothing should stop us from running our businesses.
And
Yes.
keep smiling and just really forget it about it. Actually, I am personally, I stopped. I am focusing on reading scientific stuff about this problem, and I don't watch the news anymore. This is what, yeah.
Because
now
it's depressing sometimes to know the death toll and the number of people losing their lives is terrible.
Yeah, April 4, you know, April 4, I decided no more news. I just, no TV, no CNN, no BBC, nothing. Only I read selective stuff, something I need to read. So I became more focused and more optimistic about this, inshallah.
And from my side, we know I used to do a lot of one-to-one coaching to top executives, and every time we agree on something that can be used in the way forward, we always complained about time. Like, we don't have time, we're busy. So I think maybe now it's the time that you take and really see what you need to develop yourself in, the areas that you can improve the most, and use this time for that. It's going to open up sooner or later. Let's be optimistic. So make sure that anything that you didn't have the time to learn, I really think this is the time for it. And I think e-learning is really the future going forward.
It is the future, yes, definitely. Thank you so much for being with me today. It's been really insightful. I will go back to the app and look for some wonderful books and get into reading. I believe that, yes.
Don't forget that now you can access idara.com and bestbookbriefings.com free.
For free, yes. It's free for as long as 1 month or more.
It's more. As long as we are in this crisis, it will be free maybe up to the end of the year. Best Book Briefings, particularly, it's going to be free for everybody all over the world, inshallah, so we can encourage people. And we added more books about this problem.
Yeah. So stay on Best Book Briefings to get the best books and the best briefings up your way. Thank you so much today for both of you. And yes, we will come up with more ideas, more guidelines, and more books for your review very soon.
Thank you, Nousheen. Be well.